Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm excited to share with you some keys that will help you build your inner image. I'm your host, Gertrude Chapman, and we're going to be discussing a key topic. Position yourself for increase. Tweet someone and let them know to tune in for the next 15 minutes of empowerment. There is a key behind you obtaining everything that you are desiring. And you must be aware that what you have spoken and believe has set you up for great opportunities coming into your life. It happens at this moment when whatever has worked in your past does not work in your present. What you have depended on in the past no longer is available to serve you anymore. Due to your manner of speech and expectation, you have shifted into a place of alignment with your goals. Remember, there's power in what you speak out of your mouth. The authority of you voicing your words, along with confidence and believing that what you have said is possible, has set forth a force of power. There are times when we try to settle back into a comfort zone, because in that comfort zone, it always worked. But when you decide to launch out into the deep, that simple effort has placed a barrier there. And as you take time to understand what is really happening, you will see how much you have grown and how much authority you have in your speech. Many people, when they arrive at this point, they become fearful of the unknown and refuse to go forward. This is when you take out your life's blueprint and refresh yourself so you can overcome this hurdle. Because this is real. And you can't go back. You can't give up. You just retrieve that blueprint. And that's what you have written down when you were by yourself in that quiet place where you could really, meditate on who you are and what gifts, talents, abilities, achievements, and education, where you put all of that stuff down. You wrote it all down. And you put together a blueprint of what value you have within you and what you could offer to somebody else. What value can you bring to somebody else? So, you look at this blueprint and you continue to move forward into your purpose. Remember, you could overcome whatever hurdle that may be there to block you. You can overcome, no matter what it is. Whatever that hurdle is, you use that hurdle as a stepping stone to get where you need to be. Now, we're not talking about people. We do not step over people. But we step over situations. We step over circumstances. We step over limitations. We step over impossibilities. What you are experiencing now, excuse me, is launching you into another dimension to your goals, your vision or dream, whatever it is. Okay? Seize the moment. Because once you realize what is happening, the momentum is there for you to continue forward to reach your goals. If you would have taken a stationary position or digressed, you would have missed the mark. Sometimes, if you are not aware, you will begin to use excuses. How many times you have used an excuse to compensate for whatever you didn't feel like doing or you didn't think it was the right time? But this is a place where you always desire to be. So why are you making excuses? in a position where you experience the flow of great opportunities of increase flowing into your life. So there's no need to use an excuse, but be confident that you can move beyond this and get in position to receive, get into position to increase what you believe, what you have spoken, what you desire to obtain. How many times has a grand opportunity just seemed to pass you right on by because you failed to walk toward your destiny? Think about that. Last week I had an impactful meeting with a very influential lady. This is something that had been mentioned about 4 years prior at my first time being introduced to her. We follow each other on social media, and from time to time a lunch date would be mentioned. One day, I decided to make the move to bring the lunch date into fruition. And you have to do this at times. When a door of opportunity opens, you have to walk through it. Do not wait for the other person to make the move. You recognize the door, you walk through it. This is all about getting in position for increase. Immediately, when I did this, I was put in contact with her secretary, and a date was decided on, but no other details. Instead of me being anxious, I gave the secretary time to respond back to me. As time was approaching, I followed up to get the final details. At this point, I had a few options to consider. I could have thought of canceling the lunch because the lady was too busy, or this is not the right time. And I'm going to tell you, I did think that way. But instead, I say, nope, I'm not going to stop there. Remember, the door of opportunity is open, so you can't stop there. You can't wait for the other person to make the move. You have to make the next move. Because this is something you have been desiring. This is the greatest opportunity that you could ever have at this point of time. And now you're going to stop. Now you're going to wait for somebody else when the ball is in your court. I went forward and I pursued that golden opportunity. And what I'm telling you, you can too. Don't stop. Continue to move forward. It's time out for making excuses. Instead, execute your plan. She led the conversation. I'm telling you, it was just a beautiful meeting. I felt, so confident. I felt, so in place. Because guess what? I was in place. I was where I had envisioned myself to be. Don't allow your mind to kick in and come up with all this weird stuff and all this, excuses and all this stuff. She wanted to know all about me and my family. She wanted to know me personally. Like I said, she follows me on social media. But, social media is one thing. And people could hide behind social media. They could post all this, grandiose stuff about themselves. And it's not them. You have to be authentically you. Authentically you. And people will appreciate that. She wanted to know me as a person. Think about yourself. There's somebody that needs to hear this. People want to know you as a person because they see something in you. Remember, you have those jewels, those treasures on the inside of you that could bring value to someone else's life. She told me that she had watched me on video the night before, so she could bring me an appropriate present. And it was right on time. Right on time. It falls in line with just what I teach others, just what I share with others. And it was the perfect gift. This was very kind. And I know that I delivered myself appropriately. So you have to position yourself for increase. Allow people to get to know you and what makes your heart beat, the purpose that is burning on the inside of you, and what value you could bring to someone else's life for them to be inspired and reach beyond the limitations that they have set for their own lives. Every day, we are presented with opportunities, but we allow distractions and a myriad of other things to hinder our path that leads to golden opportunities. Do something that you have never done before. Break forward into your purpose. Position yourself to be in the flow of good things happening in your life instead of just allowing golden opportunities to pass you by. Number 1, be tenacious. Not giving up when things seem like they are at a standstill or going in the opposite direction just because something worked for you in the past. It was a place that you found comfort. Let go and step into something that will bring an increase. Number 2, be bold. Be confident that what you have spoken will come to pass. Believe in you that you have what it takes to solve the problem and deliver solutions to others in the midst of their challenges. Be true to you and follow your heartbeat to completion. Number 3, be courageous. Be daring. See yourself standing your ground when faced with oppositions and defend your vision, defend your dreams, defend your goals, and push them past the mark. You can't wait for anybody else to do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. So position yourself for increase. It's about you. It's about what you have to offer. It's about your vision. It's about your dream. It's about your goal. Quitting and retreating should never be in your vocabulary. Your power lies within you. The power of speech, the power of believing, the power of expectation, the power of moving or breaking through obstacles. That is all inside of you. Be a magnet for success. When you walk in success, when you expect success, when you believe in success, you will be successful. You will be. Because now you've fallen into alignment, not only what you're thinking, also what you're speaking, and also what you're doing. So you're right in line. You're right in line to receive whatever your heart's desires are. The time is now to shift into position and utilize your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your accomplishments, and your education. Every need that we have in our lives is contained inside of us. So let us position ourselves for increase by being aware and recognizing our flow into the golden opportunities that are set before us. Thank you for joining me today. Follow Building Your Inner Image on iTunes and share it with your friends. Don't forget to leave a comment on the show's page. Follow me on Instagram at Embracing Your Self-Worth for more powerful affirmations. Visit my website, turningpointenrichment.com. You have been listening to Building Your Inner Image with your host, Gertrude J. Chapman. This is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point.